But the other thing which people don't realise is weight loss can also have an issue with the plasma. But anyway, let's get started on the question. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is it seems to be a common theme at the moment is around losing weight. So I had the question come through from different people around losing weight. Some people have been losing weight up to 20 kilograms, but it keeps coming back. So that was one of the questions, and around what I need to do to heal. Another person was, why am I never able to lose weight? And in fact, I'm constantly gaining weight every day when doing the same thing. And another one was, why do I struggle so much with weight loss, even though I eat a plant-based diet and exercise 5 days a week? So great questions. And, there's a lot of differences in these questions from these people. But the main thing is, doesn't matter how, healthy you may be feeling or eating, eating the right foods, doing all the exercise, or you may not be someone that's eating the right foods and doing the exercise. No matter which end of the scale you're on, weight loss can be difficult because what I say is that in terms of you may feel as though you're eating healthy, but you may not be digesting healthily. And what that means is that even though you're putting the right foods in your body, the weight loss may not be coming off because you don't have enough digestive fire to break down those foods that are coming into the body. And what that means is that then, when there's not gotten broken down enough, toxicity staying in the body, it's then, creating the weight and keeping the weight on you. But when we're looking at weight loss, the first thing is, digestive fire. So we've got to get the digestive fire kicking. So the first thing I'd invite people to do with that is and if you've got a pen and paper, write this down. It's a tea that you have in the morning. And the tea has simply it's turmeric root, licorice root, it's fenugreek, and ginger. Those 4 ingredients, put it in water, soak it overnight, cook it in the morning for a tea, boil it in the morning for a tea, and have that 3 times a day at least, or even more. But assure you have it first thing in the morning just to kick that digestive fire, get it started so throughout the day it's active and happening. So that's the first thing I do. The next thing is also assuring that you're eating 3 times a day. So what happens, and a common thing that is out there is you eat more during the day and eat less. However, that doesn't work because it doesn't give your body the time to digest the food. So I suggest having 4 hours between meals and assuring that, you're having your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and try and make lunch your biggest meal. Yeah, but assure that you're having 4 hours between meals so it gives your body a time to digest the food that you've eaten and gives the body the opportunity to break it down. So those are the 2 main things. And now we're looking a little bit deeper at weight loss. It's generally 2 things. The first thing is, one that a lot of people are aware of is there's an issue with fat tissue, right? And generally what it is that there's too much what I'm going to call bad cholesterol and not enough good cholesterol. So too many bad fats, not enough good fats. So we need to look at bringing more good and healthy fats in, such as avocado, ghee, coconut oil, things like that into the nutrition plan. But the other thing which people don't realise is weight loss can also have an issue with the plasma. Yeah, and when I talk about the plasma, I'm not talking about blood. I'm talking about the liquid that's in the blood, right? And this liquid that's in the blood, what it does, it actually bonds salts, sugars, and nutrients together before they get transported into the blood and into the cells. So when you don't have enough plasma, or when you have too much plasma, more so is when you can have an issue with weight because you have too much plasma, which means that it's binding too many sugars and salts and nutrients together and sending too much of that into your body. And when your body doesn't use those salts and sugars, what it's doing is it's then processing them, storing them as fat. Yeah. So the 2 main things is too much bad cholesterol or unhealthy fat, so processed foods and things like that, and excess plasma in the body. So excess plasma will come from eating a lot of dairy. Yeah. So, look at things like reducing eating dairy. Eating a lot of wheat will create excess plasma. Reduce eating wheat. Yeah. So they're the types of things you want to do. So for the weight loss, on a general basis, the main thing is the tea, eating, 4 hours between meals, but just eating those 3 meals and having lunch as your main meal. They're the 2 main things that you want to focus on. And then going forward from that, it's varying and dependent on the person's individual scenarios and individual dysfunction. One thing I will say is as well with the person that's been exercising 5 days a week, too much, right? A lot of people, this misconception is the more you exercise, the more fat you'll burn. Isn't true. Because what happens is when I'm talking about enhancing digestive fire, what can happen is people that exercise can actually have too much digestive fire. And what this does is that then it starts to burn away at the nutrients. It starts to burn away at the small intestine. It starts to burn away at the stomach. And what happens then is your body, because it starts to burn away, starts to produce more, what I say is a natural element of water, which starts creating inflammation. So that the ability to not lose weight is because of the inflammation in the body. You've got to draw that inflammation out. So that's the physical stuff. And one thing I will say about holding on to weight as well on an emotional level is that there's generally sadness or shame being held on to. So you've got to look at how you can clear and release the sadness and shame.